Joe. Hello everyone, welcome to, I'm ready to say Wednesday, like it's my weekly one, but we're not there. We are doing our 8 days of Halloween, and I hope everyone is doing well. It is Tuesday today, not Wednesday. Hello Ann and Deb and Mary. Nice to see you guys. There's one other one here, and Joanne. I almost missed you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope everyone is doing well and is excited for another new Halloween treat holder. So let me talk a little bit about our project for this evening. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. All right, tonight we're making this cute little, I call it a matchbook style treat holder. Back in the day when there were books of matches, remember those old people? And for this one, I'm actually putting in 2 little packs, these fun size of Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. And then this just slides right in behind the panel at the bottom. Really quick, really easy. Hello, Leo. You stay awake tonight now. All right, so this is what we're going to be working on this evening. And of course, I've made a coordinating card. And I'm going to show you something special about our paper this evening. Thanks, Joanne. I think it's cute too. I'm having so much fun making these Halloween projects. All right, let's go ahead and take a look first at some of the materials we're going to be using tonight. Now, most of you should have your catalogs by now if you are a demonstrator or you are a customer of mine. So you can dig right into your catalog and take a look at these. Now this is the stamp set that goes with the suite. It's called the Bag of Bones. Has lots of great little skeleton parts, a cute little cat and dog skeleton. And I love that they have some little pieces of clothing, hats and boots and things that you can make to dress up your little skeleton, as well as some great little Halloween sentiments. Okay, the bundle also comes with this great set of dies, which I have been using so much, so they're all scrambled around. Not only do they have lots of dies that cut out the stamped images, they also have some additional ones, like this great tombstone and mausoleum. There's a little fence, and then you can also cut out a little cowboy hat, some shoes, and some cowboy boots to dress up your little skeleton. So cute. I just love it. Now, you have been seeing a lot of the paper. I just want to also show you, excuse me, I just also want to show you these cute little glow-in-the-dark embellishments that come in the suite. Just lots and lots of great stuff. This will be available starting in September. So watch for when this new catalog launches, and you want to buy it soon because it will go quickly. All right, and as you know, with all of my projects, there is a downloadable PDF available on my blog that following the live stream tonight, if you'd like, you could download this, has all the products, has the dimensions, all the good stuff, and you can get it right on my blog, and that is at thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. So jump right over there and you can get that. And I have years of projects on my blog and on my YouTube channel for Halloween, so go and check all of those out as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is not a difficult one. Let's go ahead and work on the matchbook style treat holder first. All right, you are going to start with a piece of Cajun Craze, and this is something I've really liked about this suite. I hardly ever use Cajun Craze, so it's been really, really great to have lots of opportunity to use it. Such a pretty fall color. Hi, Jean. Welcome. Good to see you. So you're going to start with a piece of Cajun Craze cut at 3.5 by 8. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get my score. And I think this might be 8.5. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just cut it off the end of one of my papers. Yes, let's make it 8. I'm glad I thought of that before. All right, so it is 3.5 by 8. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the long side. We only have to cut score on the long side for this one. All right, I'm going to grab my bone folder and we will score across the long side. First is going to be 3 1/8, 3 5/8, 7. You do have to stretch it out. All right. So we have again 3 1/8, 3 5/8, 7. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and crease all these score lines, and you can already kind of see the treat holder coming together. Okay, just like that. See how quick that comes up? All right. Oh, we had a lot of rain this morning, but it was nice and sunny this afternoon. And I had lots of people asking about the hurricane. We are far enough west that we aren't really going to get anything. So Myrtle Beach will probably get a good bit, but we won't be getting anything. So we are happy about that. All right, so before we put our matchbook together, we're going to take some of our squares of this designer series paper. I picked this cute little design, and these two pieces are cut at 3 1/4 by 3, and then a smaller one that's 3 1/4 by 3/4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue, and I'm going to put the larger one on the panel that's opposite the 1-inch panel. Okay, so I'm going to just put it right in here. It fits right into the space. Okay, then I'm going to take my small strip, and that one's going to go up in this smaller panel, this 1-inch panel that I have at the top. Okay, so now if I turn it over, all I really need to do now is bring them together and you will have your matchbook effect. Now, this is what I'm going to be using, and I actually put 2 packs in because it had plenty of room, okay? Because there aren't really that many little candies in there, so I thought, oh, 2 would be much better. So I kind of pushed the candies away from the bottom here so that I could slide this underneath this panel at the bottom here and pinch it without getting in any of the candies in the way. So these are going all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm just going to fold up the bottom, and I'm going to grab myself a stapler. Let me turn it the right way so I can use it. And then I'm just going to put 1 staple very, very close to the bottom of that right there. Okay, that's going to secure it. They're not going anywhere, but you want to keep it pretty low, close to the bottom where the fold is. Okay, then you're just going to take your top panel and fold it in. And that's it. How easy is that? Isn't that great? You got your 2 packs in there, and it's secure and everything is fine, and it's really a breeze to put together. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the embellishments that I put on this. Okay, I want you to look a special attention at my card and my treat holder here, because I used all Designer Series paper images for these. I didn't do any stamping here of images. I did stamp my sentiment, but I didn't stamp here. What I did is I cut them out of the Designer Series paper. So for example, here is a piece of the Designer Series paper. And if I would just go ahead and grab the dies, you'll notice that the dies that cut out the stamped image of the little skeleton pup also will cut out the little skeleton pup from the paper. Okay, so I love that about this. Okay, and here's the little cat on this piece, and I'm running out of paper, so I'm having to conserve a little bit, but same thing here. Okay, your little cat die will cut out the little cat from the paper. It's great if you don't feel like stamping, if you're in a rush. It's a great way to be able to make your card and embellish it quickly. Same thing here. This little skeleton stamp punches out die cuts, I'm sorry. Oh, I hope you can hear me. Everybody can hear me. This will die cut the skeleton as well. So that is just something that Stampin' Up! Has maybe a year or 2 ago started doing that, and I just love that. That's such a great selling point for people that are wanting to create but might not be in the stamping mood. All right, so let's go ahead and grab what we need to make this cute little card, this cute little embellishment right here. Oh good, I'm glad everybody can hear me. I'm just rattling on here. I was hoping everybody could hear. All right, the first thing you're going to need here is a 2-inch circle. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and put our sentiment on here. And what I did is I put it kind of up in the right-hand side top of the circle. Okay, just like that. All right. Then what I did is I took some of the cute little animals, and I've already die cut these out, so I'll show you what I have here. Here's the dog and the cat. Aren't they so cute? Now here I only used the torso of the little skeleton because I have him up here hiding behind the sign, so we don't need a full skeleton there. We just need his head and his torso. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my little torso skeleton, come on, glue. There we go. And I'm gonna put him right behind here, kind of peeking around the corner. Whoops, stick one there, you. Trying to get away from me, there we go. So now he's kind of just peeking around the side part of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the other two here, taking up the rest of the space on that circle. So we're gonna put our cat right up here. And dog right below. Okay, so there is the sentiment right there. Let me get it up so you can see. Isn't that so cute? I'm gonna turn that over and I'm gonna go ahead and place 3 dimensionals on the back. So we know he's not gonna move once he gets on the treat holder. And I'm gonna put him kind of to the left-hand side. Oh dear, already. Yep, hopefully they're stocking up as we speak, getting ready for the sale. Yeah, I hope you can get them too, Jean. All right, there we go. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a piece of the white and black gingham ribbon, which I love and I've used on lots and lots of projects, that's for sure. And I'm gonna grab a glue dot. And I just kind of felt like this needed a little something right over here, right? There's a little space there, and if you know me, I just don't like to have just a space that can't have something to fill it in there. So I'm gonna put that right there. So there is the little matchbook style treat holder. And open it up, and there are your delicious treats. And then it just tucks right back under there. Super simple. I think it's the 6th, Joanne. I was thinking about that today. I think it opens in the 6th, but I will check and put something on my Facebook page. All right, so there you have it. There is the cute little treat holder. Okay, now we're gonna work on this card, and we're gonna be using some die cut pieces again from the designer series paper. All right, so the first thing we're gonna start with is my new favorite fall color, which is the Cajun Craze. And we're gonna fold that over. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and just shoot it across the room. Yes, they would, really, really. With using the DSP, it'd be very simple. You're right, Jean. All right, now we've got my card base ready to roll. We're gonna take a piece of the paper, the same design that we used for the front of our treat holder. Let me grab that quickly so you can get a look at it. We're gonna use that same color. Because hey, if it's a coordinating card, we gotta use some of the same stuff, right? All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. This is just 4 by 5.25. Looks too big. Let me get my cutter. 4. Let's try that again. 4. Oh, I bet you the paper's too small. All right. Okay. Let's try that again. It does make it a challenge if you don't make your card bases the right size. This does, I don't know if this is right either. I'm getting another piece of Cajun Craze. All right. Now let's try it again. Rather than trying to cut us a piece out of a scrap, we're gonna cut it at 5.5. So we now have 8.5 by 5.5. Fold it in half. Okay, I'm feeling momentum coming back. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that pretty designer series paper right on the front, just like that, 4 by 5.25. Then I'm gonna take this piece, which is some of the designer series as well, which is on the back of the piece we already used. This is cut at 3 by 5.25. And we're gonna lay that right in the center of the card front, just so we have a little bit on both sides. There we go. All right, so we still have our pretty colors on the side. Now we're gonna build our little scene on the card front. We're gonna use 2 of these. This is the mausoleum, which I was told. This is a large building at a cemetery. I know, that's the problem. You just gotta get 2 packs. That's the way I usually solve it. And then you have your little gravestone. Okay, I'm gonna grab my ink and I'm gonna use the same sentiment that I used on the MATCHBOOK treat holder. Eat, shriek, and be scary. Perfect. Hey, Bonnie, welcome. We are having fun making some Halloween treat holders. All right, so then I take the larger piece, and that's gonna go up here on the top left. And then I'm gonna grab some dimensionals, and I'm just going to place the smaller piece on the front here, just to give it a little more dimension. There we go. So there we have that ready to go. Now, let's look at these pieces. Remember we talked about how we can cut them right out of the designer series paper. Well, I've done it again. And we have this cute little skeleton and the cat and the dog, all cut out of the designer series paper, not doing any stamping. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some dimensionals and we're gonna add those to the card front. Okay, for the skeleton, I recommend putting a dimensional on the torso and on the head and just letting those feet dangle. Remember, you can use those little wobbles and make them skeleton really dance if you like. I'm gonna put him right there. Okay. Yes, very easy. If you can cut these out of your paper, you can make your card. All right, now this is our dog and cat. We need to place those as well. We're gonna put our cat over here acting like a cat, disinterested. All right, and then we're gonna put our little pup right in front of the tombstone, right there. So now we have all our little critters on there. So I'll have 2 things left to add. I cut out a 1 3/8 inch circle out of the glow-in-the-dark specialty paper that comes with the Them Bones suite. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the back and I'm just gonna slide the moon right up here in the right-hand corner. Because you gotta add a spooky moon if you have a chance to, right? All good Halloween cards have a spooky moon on them. Okay, there we go. And last, I have this 5/8 inch strip, and we're gonna go ahead and add 1 more little sentiment. And this is a cute one. This says, "No bones about it. You're a sweet friend." So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp that right on. And last of all, we're gonna grab some dimensionals And we're going to add this to the bottom right hand of the card. And we're done. How easy is that to use all those pieces from the Designer Series paper and make a great Halloween card? So easy. All right, well, that is today's project. I did want to share, I have made a couple of fall designed zip pouches. This one's a cute one I made using some of my fall fabric that I bought last weekend, I think it was. And then we have this one here is another fall design. Remember, you can get these for $20 and they come including your mini glue dots, your Tombow, and your Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, if you'd like them separate, you can contact me. They would be $10, okay, plus shipping. All right, so I did want to share something. I had a little fun today and did a little more sewing. I made this, it's called a boxy bag. It's kind of like a toiletries bag. Okay, I just wanted to share. I was doing some fun sewing today. I used the fall fabric that I had, and then on the bottom, I used some of the blue vinyl that I have in my stash, and it came out so cute. I used the rose gold zipper, and lots of room. This would hold bunches and bunches of stuff, so I'm gonna make a bunch more of these. This was fun. This was kind of my practice, and I think it came out pretty good. What do you think? I love the colors. The navy with the rose gold zipper really came out nicely. Shipping is about $8, Jean. I found it to be about $8 for my friends up in Pennsylvania. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you. I thought it came out super cute, and I'm gonna try to make a few more of these this week. But yes, I have some fall pouches ready to go, and let me know if you're interested in those. And remember that we have 2 more days of Halloween projects. Make sure that you go to my blog or my YouTube channel and see other ideas that you might be helpful for you. But tomorrow night at 7, Thursday night at 7, I'll be back again. And I hope you're feeling inspired and can't wait to get your Halloween projects underway. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And don't forget to keep on stamping. Oh, good, Leo, he made it through the whole thing. Bye-bye now.